Millet stands as a cornerstone figure in the art movement known as realism, which emerged in the 19th century as a reaction against the prevailing Romanticism. Born in the small French village of Greville-Hague, Millet's journey from rural life to the artistic circles of Paris profoundly influenced his body of work. Before the mid-19th century, Western society largely considered oil painting to be the domain of the upper class. While there were some depictions of peasant life in oil paintings, they often appeared in a satirical form, serving as mere amusement for aristocrats during leisurely moments. It wasn't until the appearance of the realist painter Millet, identifying himself as a peasant artist, that this situation quietly began to change. Some French artists embraced the highest principle of depicting real life in their works, confronting the stark reality and portraying everyday life boldly and unembellished. They affirmed the significance of ordinary people in art and exposed the sins of capitalist society. In 1849, a cholera epidemic swept through Paris. To escape the plague, Millet moved with his family to the village of Barbazan near Fontainebleau on the outskirts of Paris. The picturesque natural scenery and simple way of life in Barbazan deeply impressed Millet. From then on, he lived the life of a diligent farmer in the village but did not give up his passion for painting. Every evening, upon returning home, he would create art under the dim light. It was during this time that peasants started appearing in his paintings, and he found a suitable subject matter for himself. Later, he remarked, "In any case, the theme of peasants is the most suitable for me." The Gleaners is one of the works created during Millet's time living in Barbazan. Millet depicted the act of gleaning as a common practice in pre-modern France. During the harvest season, landowners allowed some children and women to collect leftover grain in the fields. This custom was believed to have originated from ancient Hebrew traditions. Millet used this ordinary gleaning action to portray the hardships of the vast working class and the difficulties of peasant life, while allowing impoverished people to pick up grain in the fields might reflect a sense of empathy for the toilsome life. From another perspective, this behavior aptly showcased the hardships of peasant life. Millet didn't choose upper-class figures as the protagonists of the painting. Instead, he selected three ordinary farmers, specifically three women, portraying them realistically engaged in the daily activities of farming. According to Millet, the image of toiling farmers itself was beautiful. He captured a fleeting moment from ordinary life, elevating the commonplace action of gleaning. While gleaning was a common activity, Millet elevated it through his artistic interpretation. The women in the painting exhibited no anger or complaints. They simply devoutly gleaned, and this devotion resembled a silent shout, challenging the ruling class. In the upper right corner of the painting, there is a figure on horseback who seems to be the overseer or landlord. He points at the working peasants, possibly reprimanding them. This subtle detail emphasizes that the farmers are working for the landlord, toiling throughout the year without bringing prosperity. The depiction of three peasant women diligently harvesting wheat under the scorching sun contrasts with the abundant harvest seen in the fertile countryside, revealing the harshness of people's lives and highlighting underlying class conflicts. In comparison with Millet's other works, there is a significant compositional difference in the Gleaners. Notably, the foreground figures are all below the horizon. Unlike the figures in Shepherdess with her flock, where characters transcend the horizon, the emotional expression is also different, conveying the pure hearts and devout religious sentiments of peasants. The three protagonists in the foreground of the Gleaners are portrayed as if working realistically in the field. Millet believed that the image of toiling farmers itself was beautiful. He froze a fleeting moment from ordinary life, and while gleaning was a common activity, it received sublimation under the artist's brush. The painting showcases three women wearing headscarves, and Millet used three different colors, red, yellow, and blue, to represent them. The application of the primary colors red, yellow, and blue is cleverly done in this context. The overall tone of the painting is enchantingly warm yellow, and the deep and rich colors of red and blue blend into the soft yellow background, creating a serene yet dignified atmosphere. The foreground's tranquility contrasts sharply with the tense labor in the background, simultaneously connecting the foreground and background labor relationships, creating a harmonious scene, akin to a symphony. Millet's figures lack intricate details, facial features are blurred, with only rough lines outlining the broad contours, emphasizing the liveliness through their character shapes. The Gleaners was met with both admiration and controversy upon its debut. While some praised its honest depiction of peasant life, others criticized its perceived social implications. Nonetheless, the painting has endured as a symbol of artistic integrity and a powerful representation of the struggles and resilience of the working class.